So what we're doing today is we're checking the bore with the bore dial gauge on the M5 S85 engine. We're also checking the flatness of the deck. Now we still have not heard back from the machine shop. The crank and rods and pistons are all at the machine shop. The crank's going to have to be turned, in my personal opinion, if it can be turned. The next thing is the rods. Got to some replaced. Took them all. I marked the ones that were spun so they knew what was going on. I want them to check all of them to make sure nobody's been in there, nobody's sanded anything and put different bearings in, done this or done that, and we have a bunch more bad rods. We don't want any possibilities of failure. So our block, instead of taking machine shop, they told me some alarming number to check this. So we went and bought the dial gauge ourselves, the bore dial gauge right here. We just got it all set up. So we're gonna check these 5 cylinders, and these are a coated cylinder, so you can see there's hardly any wear at all in them, but still, we want to check it, right? Okay, so here's the gauge we got. This is, I'll give you a basic rundown. This is just a cheap old Amazon one, not the cheapest one, but the next one up, dial bore gauge from 2 inches to 6 inches. And how this works is you have all these little nubs, and they screw into here on the bottom, all right? And then, so our situation, it comes with a few of these little washers. So if you're in between an increment, what you need, you can put a little washer on it like we did for the M5, and then we can screw it back on. And how you want to end up is where that just goes in there, because this whole thing slides like that, right? And this is the little measurement. So you push that, you can see the dial gauge moving on top. And then whenever you set this in, the gauge separate comes off of it. Whenever you set it in, you just set it to 0 to start with. So it's already preset to 0. Then as you go in and that pushes in, there we go. We're going down to like right there with all the cylinders. And it has little wheels in the back, and little wheels go down. And that's how you measure the size of the bore. Is this totally 100% accurate? No. But we could tell they're all the same size. That's all we really care about at that point. Has this, I think this is the extension maybe for this. I'm not really sure. No, it's for extension for this, I think. Yep, it's for that. So if you want to go even bigger, you could extend it out and then screw one of these things into there and get a lot bigger. But it's like $50-some. We'll put a link in the description. Just enough to give us a little reassurance that there's no issue with the block. Because the machine shop, there's 2 issues with the machine shop. One, I don't know when they're going to get this stuff done. It's already scary enough. They have our crankshaft and rods. We've heard nothing in almost 2 weeks. So I don't want to get more stuff there than we need to get there, because anytime the parts leave our hands and get in somebody else's hands, then our fate of this engine is out of control, right? So hopefully we can call them here this afternoon and they can tell us what's going on. So let's go ahead and put this in here. And we have it all set up. Jesus. And it's about 15. We're gonna run it down. Well, we push it all the way out. I don't want to do that. And then the main thing is up and down. If you can see this or not, I'll move so you can see it. And we're going to push that down. It's just basically a microscopic amount, like not even a half a click. That's off. And checking down on most of these is going to be the biggest thing. That's it. The stroke is so short on this thing. Trying to keep it as steady as I can. It's kind of hard for Philip to see the gauge or anything. As we're checking, everything seems good. like everything's really good, right? So before we flip this thing over, and we can kind of tell that. We can tell there's no scratches in the cylinder walls. On these engines, you can tell that. We'll go Philip up in here. I don't know if you can see this or not. Got a nice thick metal straight edge. And you can see right here, there is no openings. It's dead flat all the way across everything. And we check the deck. And so this side is good to go. Let's flip it. Let's check the other side just to make sure. That's it. That's in. It's such a short stroke. It's about, what is it, about 13 or something. They're pretty much perfect all the way down. It hasn't even wore the coating off the cylinder walls yet. And you can see this one has, I would say, ever so slightly more wear, but there's no actual scratches or anything on anything. Just normal stuff. This one actually has a little bit of scratching you can't feel or anything, like it's just totally slick. Totally fine. Let's go ahead and get the straight edge on this one. We'll just wipe the deck surface off. There's a little bit of crud here right in the middle. And there you go. You can see the space in between the ruler and the cylinder, or the engine block, is perfect all the way across. There's no warpage, there's no nothing. We're well within spec on that one. No problem at all. Take it off the road, as Phil's trying to show you. But yeah, good news on that. Now I did check the heads already with the straight edge. They were all good. We did spray carb cleaner in them upside down. None of the valves are leaking. So it's just a waiting game. It's a waiting game for parts, the machine shop. I was just telling Philip, we're ready to go. I'm ready to go on this thing. I'm ready to put it back together and get it running. But it's just hurry up and wait, right? It seems to be the whole situation. But I hope you guys like that. You could buy this gauge off Amazon. It's like 50 bucks. It's just kind of the bare minimum, but it'll tell you if there's a problem with your cylinder bore. What you're looking for is the ovaled out cylinder bore. That's going to cause either piston slap, it's going to cause oil leakage, and you also want to look for bore scoring while you're in there. But these engines aren't really known to have any of those problems, to be totally honest with you. We kind of knew that, but like I said, it's just some cheap insurance for us to make sure everything's on the up and up. That much less of a chance when we reassemble the engine, it's not going to blow up or smoke or do anything weird. That's going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you back very soon with another video.